I had an uncle. Everybody's got a black sheep, and my family's no exception. We might be the rule, but my great uncle was the damnedest character. We had two farms out in Oldham County, one big farm in Jefferson County, and my great uncle Phil had a farm out here pretty close to the Shelby County line, but it was in Oldham, and he was a character. Reverend Griffith, my daddy said about him that he was the only man he ever knew in his life who broke all 11 of the 10 commandments. But Uncle Phil, great Uncle Phil, Tony, had been married I don't know how many times, and that was frowned upon in my family, and he didn't care. And he married him his last wife. He was probably my age, and don't know why he married anybody, but he married this lusty young woman, and she was less than half his age, and everything was going fine for a while, and then came planting time in the spring, and she started moping and acting funny, and old great Uncle Phil thought it was going to really have a detrimental effect on his marriage, but he didn't know how to figure it out. So there was a family friend. He was a real good surgeon, Dr. Dan. His name was Bird Dog Casper, and it's a true story. And he went to Notre Dame with my daddy, but anyway, great Uncle Phil was talking to him, and he was telling him about this, and he said, great Uncle Phil told him, he said, I don't think that I'm giving her enough attention. She's a bit young, and he said, I'm really between a rock and a hard place because I've got to go out in the fields, and I've got to plow, and I've got to plant. And he said, and it takes me all day. You all know what the hours of a farmer is. So Doc Casper said, well, Phil, I've got an idea. He said, if it's attention she's needing, maybe she can help you out. And he said, maybe if you just take your shotgun with you, and about every hour and a half, just stop plowing and planting and fire the shotgun, and she's young, she's healthy, she can run out there and you can kiss her and hug her and tell her how much you love her. And so it sounded like a pretty good idea. And Doc Casper told a story. He said, I hadn't seen great Uncle Phil in probably a month. And I ran into him in LaGrange, and I said I saw him at the coffee shop, and I said, well, how's my suggestion working? And he said, your great Uncle Phil said, well, Doc, he said, it was working real good for about the first week. He said, then the hell hunting season started, and I haven't seen her since.